Hi there and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Christina and in today's video I'm talking about 5 things that you can do to update your house without spending any money, or at least a little bit of money. I snuck in a few that will cost a little bit, but I made sure to keep these very budget friendly because I know you can update your house and breathe a new life and fresh air into it without breaking the bank. You can do it. So here are my 5 tips. So tip number 1, I think, is the most effective and the best tip I'm going to give you. And that is to go through your home and to edit. Do an edit down, a paring down. And I think this is distinctively different from just decluttering. Decluttering is just going through and getting rid of stuff. An edit is going through like each room and each section of your home that houses your items and sort of considering, why do I have this here? And it might mean moving it to a different part of your house or putting it in the shelf because you're not getting rid of it, but you don't need it out. But it's really considering and taking inventory of what you have and wondering why you have it. Have you just had it for all these years and it sort of just feels like it's part of you and it has to stay in your house? Or are you keeping it because you really love it and you have a purpose for it? So I would really consider why you have your items and why you have your items in those specific locations. And the whole reason for this video is because my mom called me over to her house, and my mom has like the cleanest, tidiest house you've ever seen. And she just felt that she just had accumulated too many things throughout her lifetime and throughout different moves that she's had. Well, and my dad too. And she's just accumulated a few too many possessions, which can easily happen over your life. And so she wanted me to come in with just different eyes and a different perspective and sort of question her as to why she had these items. And I think definitely do this edit with someone that doesn't live in your household. So a good friend or a sister or someone that you trust their design taste, and they can help you sort of step back from your things and look at them in a new perspective. And I'm not saying just get rid of your stuff. I mean, absolutely keep your things that are sentimental, that mean something to you, but really consider why you have them. I also think the best way to do this edit is to actually like remove everything. So let's say you're looking at a credenza. I say take everything off of it and place it aside, and then add back in only the things that you love and kind of rearrange how you had them. And I guarantee you there's some of those things that you had on there that you're not even gonna miss, that once you have them off of it and it's a new fresh slate, you might just say, okay, these 4 things can go. I don't even know I have them. I don't love them, but this I love, or this photo I love with this book. And you create a whole new look, a whole new fresh take, and you didn't buy anything. It was only the things that you already had. Or maybe, oh, on this shelf I have this item. This would look great here. So just moving around what you already have, taking out some of the things you don't need, and that is what an edit is, at least to me. And I think that is one of the easiest, best ways you can refresh your space. Sorry, I spent a lot of time on this one, but I think it's the most important. But don't click off the video, keep watching. I have some more good tips. Okay, my next excellent tip, I'm glad you didn't click off. Tip number 2 is move your furniture around. And I know oftentimes there's like rules for how you should have your furniture. Like when you walk into a bedroom, your bed should be facing you on that wall, so you don't like your bed isn't supposed to be on the opposite wall. And I get why, it helps with flow. There are reasons for all the rules, but I would argue just shake it up a little bit. Just try moving that dresser to the other wall. Move things to be a little non-conventional. And maybe you'll end up putting it back because it really was the best place to put it. But sometimes you might see a purpose for something that you hadn't really considered before because you always have it in that one place for the last 10, 20 years. Try moving it, or even move your furniture from your guest room to your primary room, or the lights you have in your living room, move them to your bedside tables in your room and in your bedroom, and move your bedroom lights to your living room. And just that sheer moving things around will change up how your room feels. And I think that is a easy way to refresh your house, make a room feel new again. And one thing that I do is I have plants plants that I sometimes will move around my house. I'm kind of like, I'm sick of this fiddly fig in my room. Let's move it to the other room. And I think you might be surprised at how it feels new and fresh. And maybe you're like, okay, you'll try it for a little bit and you might move it back, but at least try it and see if you don't find new purpose in one of your items. All right, number 3, I kind of teased this one. It's about plants. So I'm recently become a plant lover. I have killed a lot of plants in my lifetime, but I am really trying hard. How many plants do I have? I have 5 plants, real live living trees. So this one costs a little bit of money, is go buy a tree or go buy a plant. And even though it costs a little bit of money, you can do this pretty budget friendly. I just bought a 6.5 foot fiddly fig for $45. And then I put it in a pot that I got from Target, which was around $50 or so. For just about $100, I bought a gorgeous fiddly fig in a pot. So this was a little bit of money, a little bit of investment. You wouldn't have to buy the pot right away. And actually you can get cheaper pots from Home Depot, like their clay ones that are like the terracotta orange. And if you don't like the orange, just spray paint it black. I've done this. I'll show you a picture right here of one that I did that I think that pot cost $12 or so. And then the spray paint I had, but spray paint's what, $5 to $8. But I love the fiddly fig. And what I love about fiddly figs is they can grow to 10+ feet, which is stunning. And your investment was only $45. I think that's an amazing deal to end up getting a huge, gorgeous plant. But definitely, I didn't even say why you should do this. Maybe it's obvious. Plants make it beautiful and green. I have a very black and white house, so I love to add in those earthy elements with real plants. And they help clean the air. They add a different organic feel to my otherwise sterile house. So I think it goes without saying why you should have plants. I was always intimidated by it. I don't know why it took me so long to get into having real plants, because they really don't break the bank. And as long as you take care of them, it's an amazing investment, way better than a faux plant. So assuming you have the light and have the time to take care of it. Okay, my 4th tip is artwork. If you have drab, old, generic artwork that you got from Home Goods like 10 years ago, I suggest that unless you are absolutely in love with it and there's a reason why you bought it other than just to fill a space, I suggest moving it along, decluttering it, or maybe moving it to a different part of your house, and try breathing new life into your home with fresh artwork. And this can be done very inexpensively. So behind me here is a canvas that I painted. I thrifted the canvas for about $6, and then the paint was probably another $10 to buy the paint. So for under $20, I have an original, unique piece of artwork. If you have like a gallery wall that says family with your family photos on it, I'm not saying ditch your family photos, but maybe try rearranging them, moving them to a different part of your house, getting rid of the word signs. Just consider your artwork. I think sometimes when we have something like stationary in our house for a long time, it kind of just blends in and we don't even notice it anymore, and we don't know why we have it anymore. I think sometimes it's a good idea just to try something new, and that will make your home feel so updated. And even if you live in like a traditional home, adding in a few modern pieces can really modernize your house. And it doesn't mean you're going super modern, you're this modern house. It just makes your traditional house feel a little more of the time traditional. I love that. I think the House of Valentina does a really good job of that. I'll link her account down below. I'm actually going to talk about her in my next tip too. But she has like a traditional style house and some traditional pieces, but she makes it look so effortless, but she just has a really good eye. She mixes in quite modern pieces, which I adore. I love modern design. And she mixes those modern and traditional pieces to work really well with the home that she has. So definitely get inspiration for artwork from her channel and how to breathe in new life with modern pieces. Okay, and tip number 5, and this is inspired by House of Valentina, plus the fact that I just love black and white, but that is to paint it black. And you can fill in the blank with whatever that is. What came to mind for me was your walls, or a wall, and a piece of furniture. Many of us have that old dresser that's kind of out of date or out of style. I say sand that bad boy down and paint it black, or paint it white, or dark charcoal. I would definitely stay in the nude to neutral category, not like wild colors. If you love wild colors, by all means, but I can't give you advice on that because I only know how to decorate with very neutral. But painting a piece black just makes it look so fresh. And kind of back to the moving things around, maybe take that dresser and empty your clothes out, paint it black, and then use it as a credenza in your living room and put a huge mirror above it and 2 table lamps. And that is a whole new look, a whole new piece of furniture. And you didn't necessarily have to buy anything. You maybe had to buy a few paint supplies if you don't have paint lying around. But that's a minimal way. Instead of going and buying a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 credenza, you just use your I'm pointing this way. I have a dresser right here who I'm considering doing this with. It's a budget-friendly way to breathe new life into what we already have. We're not filling landfills with furniture. We're giving our furniture a second life, a second chance. And I love that. Another thing that you could paint are your walls. And I wouldn't say just go painting your whole house black, but maybe your office or a guest room, or paint one wall of your house a dark smoky black. I think that would be so pretty. And I am so tempted to do this one. I have to convince my husband who, if you're watching this video, don't you comment and say not to do it. But it's a bold look. But if you go check out the house of Valentina, because it looks so stunning and I just love it. And so I have a powder room that we're currently renovating and I am so tempted to paint it black. And I think it could look so kind of moody and edgy, but still be classy, because you can paint a small room for not too much money. You can do it yourself. So I definitely love that tip. It's one that I'm wanting to try, and I'm not sure I'm bold enough yet, but maybe you are as a viewer, and I sign off my approval. Even if I haven't done it yet, I definitely approve it for other people. I hope this video was helpful. I hope these tips gave you some inspiration for ways to refresh your home on a budget. I'm excited about painting something black, and maybe I'll paint some artwork black. That might be a fun thing to do. I have all these canvases I've been getting from the thrift store, and I've been enjoying painting them. So definitely check out my channel for that video coming up if you want some inspiration for how you can do that on a budget. And I'll catch you in my next video. Bye-bye. Oh, and don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. That really helps out my channel. I'm so excited. I made it to the 1,000 subscribers. That was my goal for this last year. And so I appreciate all of you that return and watch my videos. And just know it's very appreciated. And I hope to catch you in my next video. Bye-bye.